Welcome to my channel. Starting today with Sherry. I am Sherry, and as you can tell by the title, today I'm going to be talking about fixing my finances in my 50s. I'm here to confess that over the last 30 years, I have made a ton of mistakes. And after just recently paying off our last debt outside of the mortgage, my husband and I are on the road to start making some big changes in our financial future. So, to give a quick introduction to myself, I'm Sherry. I am 50 years old and I live in the Midwest with my wonderful husband. We will be having our 3-year anniversary soon. Together, we have a total of 6 children. They range in age from 12 to 27. 5 of them are living at home, 4 spend time with their other parents, and so life is pretty busy. So, in my past, I've experienced a lot of financial mistakes and difficult times trying to figure out how to make ends meet. I've experienced divorce, single parenthood, a lot of debt, and poverty. I've made a lot of mistakes. I've worked really hard. I've gone through good times and bad. And I'm finally excited at this point in my life to really look at the future and feel hope that I can have financial security in my later years. So, this channel is going to be a lot about things about where I've been, where I'm going, hitting those goals, sharing things with you. And hopefully, if you can relate, you can also share some of the similar things that you might be going through so that we can all learn from each other and hopefully have a much brighter future. So, starting today, I'm going to be continuing to work on this channel and to work on the goals that I have for that financial freedom in the future. In my channel, I will be going over real numbers with our family life and about the different methods that I'm going to be taking to reach the certain goals that I have. And my 3 main goals that I've decided to make all revolve around the number 100,000. So, my first financial goal is to earn $100,000. Now, for some people, this is no big deal, but I have not ever come close to making 100,000. In fact, most of my adult life, I have been around the 30,000 about, even from my very early days of being a teacher, to managing a restaurant, and to even my last couple years' income, I have not cracked $40,000. A lot of the reason why I haven't had a high earning income is because I did spend quite a few years as a stay-at-home mom. During that time, I started a little business on the side, and I have been an online reseller off and on since about probably 2008, a little bit after one of my children was born. And I decided I wanted to try to come up with some sort of income out of the home. Ups and downs with that business. I still, as you can see from behind me, I am currently in my workroom for my online business. And that's one of the sources of income that I have. I have recently went back doing some other jobs and more side hustles to work on increasing my income. And right now in 2025, I am projected to have doubled my income from 2024. So my big goal looking at 2026 is earning $100,000. And in a future video, I'm going to spend specific time looking at the different ways that I plan on reaching that goal and how in 2025, I'm putting things in place to make 2026 even more profitable. So my next 100,000 number goal has to do with retirement. So my retirement is minimal. I began a retirement account when I was a teacher right out of college. My first teaching job I worked at for 5 years. My second teaching job I was at for 2 years. At that point, I left education to be a stay-at-home mom. So I had 7 years of money put into retirement that has sat there all the way since 2005. That money has now turned into $43,111.08. Like I said, I have not contributed to my retirement at all. And after my divorce, I did not take on any of the retirement from my ex-husband, which was from a various reasons that happened. So now I have my current husband and I being together for 3 years. He does have retirement through his job, and he has been contributing to that. But I really want to also have an account that I can add to. So recently we went and spoke with my financial advisor, and I will be working on strategies to build my retirement account to $100,000 as quickly as I can. And we'll be talking about that in future videos. My third 100,000 goal has to do with the mortgage on this house. So my husband and I purchased this house at the time that we had gotten married, and it's been a great blessing to us. We were able to put down money from the sale of his house, and we were able to take out a mortgage. However, that mortgage is a 6.25% interest rate. Just recently, we took a look at really what money is going to our principal, what money is going to interest, looking at the big picture, which we'll go into further in other videos. But what I realized is that if we continue paying our payment, which is a 30-year loan, not only will I be pretty much almost 80 by the time we would have that mortgage paid off, but we would be paying $380,000 in interest. So that really bothers me because I don't want to spend almost twice the amount that this house costs us in interest payments. And the way the math works, we are just paying so much every month just towards interest, very little towards the principal. So the question I have is, can we minimally save $100,000 in interest by making early payments or extra payments? And so that is my third 100,000 goal. So I have to give credit to my husband because since we got married, we started pretty quickly in January of 2023 documenting our expenses and working together as a couple to try to decide how we can best pay off the debt, which we just recently did, make good decisions for our family, and look towards the future. So he's a spreadsheet guy, and so we have a shared Google Sheets that we have our family budget on that we work through every single month. Actually, a few times a month, we sit down together and we track every penny pretty much that we spend. And I think that that gives us a lot of perspective, and it also really helps us in making the decisions we feel are right with the money that we have. So I give credit to him because the two of us together, without the two of us together, I don't think we would be as far as we are and have already paid off about $43,000 worth of debt and looking towards new plans to help finance our future. So there are some concerns in 2025, especially with the types of jobs that I currently have. Right now, I am a service worker. I'm a server at a restaurant. I also have an online business where I sell pre-owned and new clothing, mostly on Poshmark and eBay. And I also recently have been doing delivery services for DoorDash and Uber Eats. There are a few other side hustles that I'll be talking about in my future, but all those jobs have a connection with what's going on in our economy. And if anyone's watching this way in the future, I hope it's a good future out there. But every day we see the headlines, every day we hear a lot of warnings, a lot of concern. We see what is going on with tariffs and grocery prices and different costs of goods that a lot of people are really nervous about. I specifically worry about the produce going up in a lot. the beef going up. You just hear more and more about these prices and what the future might bring. Those prices will be causing the restaurants to raise their prices. And with those prices going up, will as many guests come into our restaurant? Will as many people be ordering delivery for food and for groceries? If those businesses start to hurt, that will affect my ability to make money in those capacities. And even on the online selling, if people feel like they don't have the extra money to buy things and they really hunker down on their budgets, then I also won't be getting the sales that I need. So I'm really hoping that if I could just focus on myself, my family, and taking steps to be smart about the types of jobs that I'm choosing, the way I'm using my time, that all of that will come together to be able to achieve the 3 major goals that I have set up. Now, I don't have timelines for 2 of those goals. My 100,000 in 2026 is pretty specific. But as far as saving $100,000 on our mortgage, I mean, we could work on that for years. As far as getting my retirement up to 100,000, there's a lot of factors that could go into that as well. But the biggest thing that I'm struggling with, that I hope to kind of find some solutions with, is like, how do we figure out how to save, how to invest, how to do all of these things that we want to look towards the future, but at the same time, enjoy the present. Like I said, we have 6 kids between us. We have kids going off to college. We have kids that might be getting married in the near future. We have more vehicles. We have car insurance, all these different things that go into raising kids. We want them to be able to go to their camps, to participate in great activities, to have vacations, and be able to do things that will have lasting memories. And I don't want to only work. I don't want to only focus on budgeting every dime, where everything goes to the bank, to goes to the investment, goes to the interest on our mortgage. I want to find a good balance so that we can just really enjoy life, make the most out of life, but look towards the future. And I think that that's pretty much everyone's goal. So how do we make that happen? Well, I'm not exactly for sure, but I'm definitely going to be sharing my journey with you in trying to make those things happen. Anything that I learn, I'll pass on to you. If you have comments below that you think that I should look into, I might give that a try. We might talk about those topics in future videos. But I just really hope that you can find value in this. For me, doing this YouTube channel is not just about hoping to become monetized someday, but it's documenting a journey for myself. I realized that as I was trying to figure out some information, I do spend time on Facebook, and I realized that in some ways my Facebook helps me kind of document the different things that have happened in my life. And like Facebook, I think YouTube can really be a great tracker of all the progress that I've made over the years, and be a type of a diary that I wish to share with anyone who's okay with listening. So those are my 3 100,000 goals. We have a number 1. We want to earn $100,000 in 2026, and that is before taxes, just FYI. Number 2, to take my retirement and grow that to 100,000. And number 3, to also save a minimum of 100,000 on paying an interest for our mortgage. If you're interested in these types of topics, I hope that you'll subscribe and join me for future videos. And so starting today, think about all the things that you can try to accomplish. Write down those goals, start a plan, and I wish you the very best.